to turn or not to turn. Today's session activity is going to be delving into how we can make technical sessions come alive. In the past, when I think technical sessions and I'm thinking my coaching points of, how do we receive, how do we scan for opportunities, typically I would start with something like this. You have a basic triangle, each point of the triangle is about 8 yards apart, 3 players, 1 on each point, and each player would pass along the line to the next player who would open the hips, wanting to go into the space that they want to play, keeping their head up, looking where they're going to go. Can we re-emphasize that scanning? Can we re-emphasize that good way to receive? And this is something we would do a lot, activation at the beginning. The challenge with these though is it was difficult to get it to transfer. We would do these kinds of things and we'd have to do them over and over, and after a while it's like, we're making the same kinds of mistakes in the game, even though we re-emphasize these. Sometimes we don't do it at the right time and we don't really make the right decision in when we do these. So what I do now is I try to make these technical sessions a little bit more alive. And so with this we have to turn or not to turn. So the same coaching points, how do we receive and scanning for opportunities, but rather than just opportunities to play into space, it's also opportunities to deceive, because we're going to add in some defenders. Now with this setup, there are 4 gates that can operate as either goals that you can pass through or dribble through. We have 3 defenders, so there is always 1 goal open, and 2 attackers. So ball would start with this attacker in blue, who would play a pass into the central blue teammate, at which point the 3 defenders who are stationed next to 3 of the goals would be able to step in to play and defend. With this alive problem does the same kind of idea that this does. How is this player going to receive? However, rather than that rote always receive like this, now there is a decision to be made. Are they going to receive and turn the ball into potential space here if this defender has chosen not to step? Are they going to maybe do a little spin move and turn the ball into the complete 180-degree turn so they can go to the open goal here? Or maybe they're not going to turn at all. Maybe both of these defenders, including this one, have stepped, allowing the player to play the one-touch pass right back where it came from to the open player, who now has a simple tap-in goal. This kind of technical session can be a better opportunity for transfer, because while they are still working through the same skill set of how do we receive, we want to open our hips, we want to do so in a way that allows us to move into space, but it also incorporates that game-like aliveness with defenders, so we can think about, hey, when and how do I receive? Where do I play the space, and can I deceive the players around me? Because those cues that we see in the game don't really have these here. Now, one question you might think about is, well, but we're going to get a lot more reps in this schema than we are here. But my question to that would be, and my response to that would be, are the reps that we're getting here as representative as the reps we might get here? Final note, when I went through this with my players, I'm looking for about a 60 to 70% success rate. I don't want it too easy that they're always making the exact same turn, always making it so simple that it's the same option every single time. I want there to be a little bit of difficulty so that the defenders have an opportunity to win the ball. And on that point, if the defenders win the ball, for them to score a point, they have to win it and play back across this line in order to score. So go a few rounds, about 4 or 5 minutes, switch roles, and rinse, wash, repeat. To turn or not to turn.